Welcome to my YouTube channel TechSet Blog. My name is Surajit Basak and today we are going to build a code machine using Vue JS. So let me introduce my project that is right here. So here you can see we have this code and then author, and we have three buttons: tweet, copy, new code, and we have a select box where we can select any author, and then those code will be rendered here randomly. So let's click on this new code. You can see background color is going to change, and text color and button color also going to change randomly. So if I click on it, so you can see all of this going to change, and then if I click on this tweet button, it will be tweeted and it will open the Twitter website, and you can see we have this window to tweet our code. Okay, now we need to close it, and then we can also copy this code. So you can see the alert box which is copied. We have this alert box saying copied, and you can open the text editor and we can copy paste here Michael Jordan like this one, and if I copy another one, that is we can paste here. Okay, now we have another thing, that is we can select Abraham Lincoln, and when Abraham Lincoln is selected, if you click on the next button, all of this random code will be shown right here from Abraham Lincoln like this one. So we are going to build this project from scratch. So let's start with it. So at first let me show you some to-do list. What we are going to do is, here you can see install Vue project, then directory structure we are going to show, then install and configure Tailwind CSS, install Vue clipboard 2, then we are going to import our code.json file, then we are going to build our application, then we are going to make our new code button, then we are going to make another button, that is tweet, and last we are going to create a copy button. Then we can show you how to build our project, then we can run our build project. So this is our to-do list. So at first let's open a terminal window. Then we need to we are in a desktop, so I just need to use Vue create Vue code machine. Now if you don't know how to install Vue CLI, you can watch my Vue project from my YouTube channel, and then you can learn how to install Vue CLI on your local machine. Now right now I'm just going to hit enter. Let me close it. I just need to use the latest version of Node, so Node use this one, and then I'm just going to use this command again, and here it asks me the default preset, so I'm just going to use the first preset, and then it will take some time, so I'm just going to pause this video and we'll come back later. Our project has been successfully installed on our local machine, so we can cd into our Vue code machine, and I just going to clear this. Now you can see the directory structure right here. We have this babel.config.js, we have node modules where all dependencies has been installed, then we have this package.json where all of the information for package and all of these you can see from here, that is cat package.json. now you can see let me use mouse, so you can see we have this name, then script. We can use the serve command to use our Vue CLI service, then serve. We can build our Vue project and it will compile, and then we can use lint. And then we have this dependency which is core.js and Vue. We have dev dependency, ESLint, CLI plugin Babel, plugin ESLint, then CLI service, Vue template compiler, and then ESLint config. So let me again, you can see we have this package.json, we have package log.json, we have public directory, and inside the public directory you can see we have HTML and a favicon file, and we need to work on our source folder. So if you see ls src, so you can see app.vue, assets, components directory, and then main.js file. So here I just need to open it in our editor. I'm just going to use Vim editor, and let me I'm just going to open it and close this and cd into desktop, and then view code machine, and I'm just going to run npm run serve. So if I go to our browser, you can see we have this window, and we're going to remove all of this. So here you can see we have this to-do list. We are going to cross it, and then we showed the directory structure. Then now we are going to install and configure Tailwind CSS. Now let me open, and then we're going to use like this one, and it will be open. So npm install, let me open the documentation for Tailwind CSS. So tailwindcss.com. Now I need to use this one, install the post CSS compatibility build, because I'm getting this error on my local machine. So I'm just going to install it. So double clicking right here and copy, and then I'm just going to paste it. So when it's happening, I just need to use okay, now I just need to use this one, that is I just need to create a new file in our project root directory, that is postcssconfig.js file. So here I'm just going to create postcss.config.js, and we need to use const, then tailwind css require tailwind css, then const auto prefixer require auto prefixer, and then module dot exports an object, and then plugins. We're going to use tailwind css and then auto prefixer. Save this file, and after that I need to open the file manager, and then we need to use npx tailwind css init, and then paste it. And then I'm just need to use copy this one, and then So tailwind.config.js and then paste it here. So after that I need to go to source folder, then inside the assets I just need to create a CSS folder, then inside the CSS folder I'm just need to use main.css, and then you can see we have this main.css file, and now we can copy this thing into our main.css file, and after that we need to import this CSS file in our main.js. So import assets css main.css. so I'm just going to save this. Now in our app.vue file we need to delete all those tags inside our app, this tag inside the division tag, and then I need to delete it, and then here I just need to delete this components object, and then I need to use data method and need to return an object. So the object I'm just going to use quotes. So for quotes I just need to use const quotes require assets, then quotes.json. Now I need to go and copy this code from Vue code machine source assets quotes.json to desktop Vue code machine source assets. So here I just use this, and we have this quotes, then current quote is an empty object. I think it should work right now, and then save this file. I need to delete all of this, and then inside the app click to this one, then I just need to use class, and then I need to use flex, then justify center items center, and default background I'm just need to use at the moment 700 red, and then age screen, and then I need to use, let's see, hello world. Save this file, and inside here, so need to see, I need to close it and run it again, and also I just need to close all of this, and let's see. So I need to open it again, and then inside the source app.vue save this file, and okay, you can see we have this Tailwind CSS we have successfully installed. So we can mark a cross sign right here. Now we need to install Vue clipboard 2. Now let's see the docs Vue clipboard, and here you can see how to install this. Npm install -- save Vue clipboard 2, and I can paste it here and hit enter, and then we can make it as like inside our division element we can create another division element with the ID of quote box. Generally I just don't use ID, but for the free code camp I can use it. So you can see free code camp, there is a code box, so it should be code box, and then inside the code box I have text, so division ID text, and then we have an author, so division ID author, and then we need to have a new code. So inside here I just need to create a division element, and then it should be, I can see a clickable element with corresponding ID new code. So I can create a button that is ID new code, and you can see new code, and then within code box I can see clickable anchor element with corresponding tweet code. So I can create a division element. So here after that I can use anchor tab href. At the moment I'm going to use hash symbol, then and the ID is new tweet code, and I just use tweet, and here you can see on first load my code machine displays a random code. Okay, now I need to use another button, that is ID tweet copy button, and copy, and for this one I can use methods object, and inside the methods I can use like set random code, and after that before doing that I just need to use another method, that is random, like this one, and I can pass like this one, I think. Let's see, quotes, and then return quotes, and inside it I can access its element, that is math.floor math.random, and I can multiply it with quotes.length. Okay, so I can get the random number and it will access the random code. So I can use return, not return, I just need to use this dot current code is going to be quotes, not quotes, random, this dot random, that is this dot quotes. like this one. So let me open our Vue code machine. So you can see we have this title Vue code machine, so we can change it by opening index.html file, and then we can use Vue code machine. Save this file, and then we can close it. And after that we can see by clicking on inspect element. So you can see we have this Vue. So you need to install Vue Devtools. I have already demonstrated how to install it on my previous Vue JS tutorial. So you can see right here, that is, we have this current code which is an empty object, but we have these codes. So we have this empty object right here, but we have another method which is lifecycle method. When all the component is mounted, here I just need to use this dot set random code like this one. And if I go here, now you can see we have this current object, author Oscar Wilde, and this is the code text. Now I can render this to our text. So like this one, current code dot code, and then current code dot author. Save. Now I can see this text, and we have this Oscar Wilde author. For this, so for the code box I can use the class, and I'm going to use bg white, and then rounded LG, I think it should work, and then width 3/4, and I just need to use dynamic width, so width 1/2, and it will use 50%, and then okay, I just need to use by default, so 4 by not 4 by 5/6. So for 5/6 I can see I can use 83%. Okay, and for LG, let make it as SM, I can use 4/6. So 4/6 it will be, let's see, width 4/6, so it should be 66%. So in MD I can show it, and for LG I can use width 1/2 like this one. And let's see, we have this thing, and if I resize it, okay, now right here we have this thing, and we can use padding, some padding, that is padding y4 and padding y4 and padding x6. Save it, this one. Okay, now for the text I can use class, and then I think I should use text to Excel, and then what, margin. So margin y 4, save, like this one. And for author I can use class text align right. I think this one. Okay, now here I can use a dash symbol, Oscar Wilde. Okay, now we have this button, we need to fix it, so we can use division class flex justify between, and then items center, and we can use some margin top, so margin top 2, save it. So after that we can use here, that is class rounded full px6, not px4, then py2, and bg red 700, text white, save. Let's see, we have this tweet button, but on focus we need outline none, and I can copy this and paste it on every button element. And then you can see I need to use margin right on this tweet button, so margin right 2, save. Here you can see this one. Now here I need to use, whenever I click on it, and it should be render new random code. Now for this new code, at the right click I can use set random code, and I think it should work next. So this one. Now we need to change background and this button background and this text color whenever we change any code text randomly. So at first we need to create a method first, so set random color, and at first we need to assign a variable for color, and the color is at the moment hash, and then for let I equal to 0, I less than 6, I plus plus, and then we can use color and then concatenate with math dot floor math dot random, and then we can return color and save it. And then set random color, we can use like this one. So before doing that I can use color, not here, I can use it after here. So this dot current code and then color and then set random color, save, and if I go and open inspect, so you can see the color right here. So if I make it as always on top, new code, you can see we have this changing color, and always see that it is going to use the deep color, not light color. So we can apply it, so we can make it as always on top, and then as we have used bg rate 700, we can replace it, and then here now I need to use dynamic style right here. So v bind style, I think like this one. Can I use like this one? Let's see. So background color, and then current quote dot color, like this one, and I can copy all of this to our buttons. So here, then here, and then here, save it, and you can see like this one, and after that you can change the text color also. Paste, and then it should be color, and then here also. So new code. Now for this we have successfully installed Vue clipboard 2, and then we have installed course.json file. We are going to build this application. We made code button, new code button. We made tweet button, but we not implemented the tweet functionality. So here we just need to save, and then we have build application. Now for tweet, and I can see what we made so far. So here we have, now when we click on tweet button here, so at the red click, so set tweet link, and we are going to pass current quote right here, and then we need to implement this method. So set tweet link, and then obj for object, then let encoded text, and then we are going to encode URI component, and you can see encodes a text string as a valid component of uniform resource locator URI. So here we just need to use a template string like this one, and here we just need to use obj dot quote, and then a space, and then hyphen, and then obj dot author. Okay, now for the link I have copied this one, twitter.com intent tweets question hashtags quotes free code camp view code machine and related free code camp and text. Here we are going to use this URI component text encoded text, and here you can see you can use these hashtags, so you will see that. So I'm just going to copy this and then let link this one, and then I'm just going to use this one and then encoded text and return link. Save. You can use this gp now we need to use this set tweet link. So let's see from our, here you can see tweet, so we need to bind it. So how can we bind it? That is on not on click, we're going to use, I just need to use delete to this one. I need to bind h reference with this, so I need to delete it and save this file, and let's see in our application. So you can see we have this, and you can, if I mouse over here, you can see from the status bar we have the link. So if I click on it, so you can see our code and our author, and then we have this hashtag. So hashtags is coming from here, quotes, hash codes, then free code camp, then view code machine. Okay, now, and another thing you can see, when you click on this button, we need to use like target blank. Okay, so target blank, save, and you can reload this. So new code, and if I tweet it, and it will open in another window. So now we need to use this thing. So I think I have made this so far. So open our main.js file, and here we need to see how can use. So we need to import view clipboard from view clipboard 2, and then we're going to use this view clipboard. So here paste in our main.js file, and after that in our app.view we can use this approach, sample2, like this one. So on click do copy, and we will create a method do copy, and we will use this dot dollar copy text, and then we are going to use a promise then, that is then function e alert copied, and they have used a comma, then another function for alert cannot copy. So we can use it on our tweet copy. So click copy current code, like this one, and then copy current code, and then we are going to use this, then copy text, And before doing that, I'm just going to make let current quote, and we're going to use a template string, and then this dot current quote dot quote, not copy current quote, current quote, and then a dash sign, then this dot current quote, then author, like this one. And then we can pass this current quote, and then we are going to use e, or we just need to don't need this e, and then okay, we need to use this one, and then here we just need to show alert, copied, and then alert cannot copy, save it. Now if I copy, you can see copied, and now if I go here and we can paste it, Michael Jordan, this one. So our copy functionality implemented, tweet functionality implemented. Now we need to use a bonus functionality, that is the select box. So we need to implement it in our application. So for this, inside the code box we can create a div, and then a select box. I need to use quote author, and then we just don't need name, and then here we just need to use v model. So v model, so we are using v model, and we are going to use current author. Okay, so v model is very useful if you are familiar with React, where we have the state. So we can use the state, and here you can use the v model. So we are using v model, and then we are passing this current author in our data method, like here current author. At the moment it is empty, and we have another thing, that is authors, which is an empty array, and we're going to implement it. And then just here we need to use, that is here set authors. Okay, now we need to remove all duplicate items, and then we are going to use unique author. So how can we return it? So we need to use these authors, and then this array sign, and then new set, and then this dot quotes dot map item, and then we need to see item author, like this one. Save this, and after that we need to set our author. So this dot set authors, like this one, and we have this current author. I can make it as select author, save, and then I can open our inspect element, and I can see we have these authors. We have 16 authors, okay, which is unique: Abraham Lincoln, Steve Jobs, Henry Ford, Vincent van Gogh, Theodore Roosevelt, Helen Keller, Marie Curie, then Pablo Picasso, Socrates, Thomas Edison, Aristotle, Michael Jordan, Mahatma Gandhi, Oscar Wilde, Mother Teresa, Eleanor Roosevelt. So we have this thing, and now we can use another option, and here we are going to use our v4, and then we are going to use author and then index. We are going to use this index because we need to bind this key here, index, like this one. So author index in authors, and then we need to bind this value to with author, and then we can use this data interpolation, so author, like this one. So if I go to our browser, you can see we have this, and we can inspect element, and let's see, value is this one, and the display is this one, and we can use position fixed. So in our div element we can use class, and then we are going to use fixed, then top 10 and right 10, and we will use another class, that is I'm just going to use rounded, then bg white, padding x2, and then padding, not padding x4, padding y2. Save this, let's see. So we have this thing right here. So outline none, outline none, like this one. Now whenever we select this, whenever we click any of the author, it will get all the codes from this author, and it will get only one random text, and whenever we click on this new code, it will randomize this code text from this author. So we can create a method, so we can implement it right here. Okay, so now if this dot current author not equal to blank, else we're going to delete this and paste it inside the else block, copy this and then paste it, and then we can use this dot random, then this dot quotes dot filter, and then we need to use quote, and then quote quote dot author equal to this dot current author, like this one. Now if I go to our browser, Abraham Lincoln, okay, let's see what we have. Error, we have no error, I think. Okay, so we need to use this method in our in here. Okay, so on change, set random quote, like this one. Should be change. So here let's reload this. So all of this code is coming from this author. So new code, Abraham Lincoln. Okay, now Socrates. Then Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, now here we have built our application. Okay, make a tweet button. Okay, make a copy button. So now we need to build our project. So for this I can open and let's close it, and then right here I can use npm run build. So right now you can see, so if I go to the file manager and then in our desktop folder Vue code machine we have this dist directory, and if I go to properties we have this the size of this folder, that is 3.9 MB, and we can open in our terminal and just run. Let's open it. Serve dot and then copy localhost 5000. Okay, so we have this localhost 5000. Now we have this production server, and we can see our project is working fine, and we have this author. Now you can go to the netlify. Netlify, and you can log in. And I'm just going to log in. So now you can see you can drag and drop this project folder, this one. So I can change this to make it as like Vue code machine, and I can drop right here. So you can see site has been deployed. So if I click, so you can see your site has been deployed, and you can use this, and you can get all of this code from right here, and you can change the custom domain, set up custom domain. And let's see how we can change the custom domain. Okay, you can change the custom domain like this one, but I just want to use like general, and then change site name like this one. I just need to use Vue code machine. Let's see. Okay, now we have changed our site, and you can see Vue code machine. Okay, now if I open it, so you can see we have this code machine installed on our netlify. So you see that we have successfully built our code machine application using Vue JS, and you saw that we have successfully built our Vue project and hosted in our netlify website. So this is the end of this tutorial, guys. Hope you will like this video. If you think this video helps you, please subscribe my channel for upcoming video tutorial. Have a nice day.